Hi, Dobby the Fixing Elf here, and in this video I'll show you how to change the bulbs in the high level brake light on this 2011 Citroen C4 Grand Picasso. And here are the tools that we're going to be using to do the bulb change today: a ratchet with a 10mm socket and a little plastic pry bar. So this is the high level brake light that we're going to be changing the bulbs in today. As you can see, it's located on the back of the car. So the first step is to open the boot and get access to the panel that we need to remove. So this panel is held on by a few push pins. To remove it, all we have to do is give it a gentle tug. You can see me here working my hands along it until I find an area that's quite loose, and then I just give it a gentle tug and pull it off, and then it will give us access to the two 10mm fasteners, which I'm just going to show you now. Now, using our 10mm socket, we just have to remove the two 10mm fasteners. These whip out fairly quickly. I've already got one off, so just getting the second one off now, just to show you what's happening. It doesn't take much, and then here you see both fasteners are now off. Now it's time to remove the high level brake light itself. Easiest way I found to do this is by taking your plastic pry bar and running it around the edge of the light fitting, going nice and steady, giving it a gentle tug. There are three plastic tabs along the bottom of the light fitting itself. So just use the plastic pry bar here just to pop the tabs out of the way, and the light fitting will come up as you see here. I won't show you all three of these plastic clips because they're all the same really. Once you have all the tabs removed, it's just a matter of lifting the light fitting out and disconnecting the one electrical connector that goes to it. This is just a simple push and squeeze one. You push squeeze and it pops out relatively easily as you see here. So the camera angle is a bit shaky. It's quite a difficult thing to film with one hand, but apart from the difficulty in filming, it's really quite an easy connector to remove. As you can see, it's all out now. Time to move on to the next step. Now to remove the bulb holder from the light fitting itself. This is just two little black tabs that need a squeeze. It won't take you long as you see me doing it here. So next up, we need to remove the bulbs. They are 501 bulbs, and there are four of them, and they simply just pull out of the holder. As you can see, I simply pull them out, pop them to one side, and we'll replace all four in one go, save us going back in again in the future. And now it's time to grab out some new 501 bulbs to go in, and they simply push back in to the holder the opposite way to how the old ones come out. It doesn't take long to do this. If I'd been a bit more organised, I would have got the bulbs out of the box before I started filming. I just didn't think about it to be fair. I was expecting there to be a bigger bulb than this. And it was just 501s, as I mentioned before. But once you have all the new bulbs in, you simply have to put the bulb holder back into the light fitting, and that just pushes back in and you'll hear it click into place. And now it's time to get it back into the car. We now need to reconnect the wiring harness to the light fixing, so we just simply push this back in as you see me do here. And then the next step is just to put the light fitting back into the car, making sure that we line up the two studs with the holes that we removed them from earlier. And it slides back in nicely as you see here. Now it's time to reattach the two 10mm nuts onto the studs of the light fitting. This doesn't take too long. I've dropped this down a bit just to speed up time and such. I like to start my nuts and bolts by hand first so they don't cross thread. And once I get them tight enough by hand, I'll get my ratchet out and tighten them down with the 10mm. With these sort of fixings, you don't want to over tighten them, otherwise you could strip them out or break them off, and then you'll have to replace the whole light fitting. Now we just have to reattach the trim piece to the body of the car. So making sure it's the right way up, we just line up the plastic tabs with the holes in the body, and then we just push it on gently and give it a gentle tap to make sure it seats nicely. As you see it doing here, it should go back really nicely. Just be careful as these plastic trim parts can easily break off. The final step is just to give the lights a quick test. As you can see, they're working perfectly fine here. And there we are, we've changed the bulbs in a high level brake light on the Citroen C4 Grand Picasso. If you enjoyed this video, why not drop a like? Any questions or feedback? Let me know in the comments. I normally drop 2 videos a week, so if you haven't subbed to the channel yet, you should, and then you'll never miss another video. Do you know anyone else who would enjoy watching this video? then feel free to share it with them. Thanks for watching until the end. Have a sensational day.